Hey guys, welcome back to Daily Weekly Builds. As you can see in front of me, I have the LEGO Technic 42165 Mercedes-AMG F1 W14 pullback. And this will be the second Technic set I think I've ever built. It's new for March 2024. Kind of LEGO's going all in on the F1 cars these days. And I just wanted to give it a go because it looks pretty interesting. Although, I wonder if I've set myself up for a challenge. And then on the back of the box, it shows you a small picture of the real thing versus the LEGO model. And I'm not really an F1 expert, so I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen this car before because I just don't follow F1, but I will do my best to compare it to the real thing and let you know my thoughts on the whole build experience. So let's open it up and see what we got inside. So inside the bag we have our instruction booklet, of course, our 4 tyres, our Technic components including the pullback motor and some other flex tubes, and then we have 4 numbered bags and 1 very large sticker sheet. But you know, if you're building an F1 model car, expect stickers, right? I mean, as much as I love LEGO doing prints, I don't expect them to do prints for things like this. Stickers, I think, is totally understandable. But yeah, you just gotta have a steady hand and make sure you line them up straight. Luckily, though, it looks like all the stickers are black and most of the car is black, so there shouldn't be too many colour match-up discrepancies, which sometimes you get with LEGO stickers versus the actual LEGO parts, so this should be alright. So I finished the first bag, and do you know what? It's not going together as difficult as I expected. I mean, it is only 7+, so I shouldn't expect anything too extreme, but, you know, Technic newbie over here, really. But yeah, doesn't look like much at the moment, but I'm sure it will, and I've got the first sticker on there, so on to the second bag now. I finished the second bag. A little bit fiddly in places, but yeah, not quite looking like a race car yet, is it, though? Finished bag 3, ready to start the final bag. But you know what? It's really coming along together now, isn't it? I'm really impressed. So I'm just about to put onto the wheels, and I thought I made a mistake. Well, I did, but I thought I'd make it an irreversible mistake, because with Technic sets like this, everything gets locked in like 3 times, and it's really not going to come apart. And I thought, oh no, I put a piece facing the wrong direction. Luckily, I can just twist it in place without having to take it apart, which is what I've done over here, because that's where the wheel needs to go through. So, now I've just applied the stickers to the wheels, and I'm not happy because, as you can see, the stickers weren't cut correctly, and the green circles, the green ring, isn't even. As you can see looking at the sticker sheet there, yeah, that wasn't cut properly, so that's probably just a quality oversight. But I've noticed it happening a lot more with LEGO and their cutting for the stickers not being as good as it should be, so yeah, a little disappointing. And here we have the finished model. Pretty impressive, right? Here are the spare parts, nothing too special. And once again, a look at the sticker sheet. Quite a lot of stickers in there, but they weren't too bad, and you applied them in moderation, so it wasn't all at once, and it's quite spread out, and they do add most of the detail. Obviously, it's a Formula 1, it's a race car, right? You know, they're going to have lots of sponsorships and things, so they're going to be covered in stickers just like the real thing. So I'm not mad at them not being prints. I think the only thing that would have been nice if it was a print was for the wheel covers. But yeah, there are no prints in this there. Every detail, every decoration you see is a sticker. This minifigure is not included in the set. It's just a random one from a LEGO City set. But I thought it kind of paired up nicely. But I put it together just so you can kind of get an idea for scale. This set isn't designed for minifigures. Obviously, it's a Technic set. And I knew it'd be quite large. But I was kind of hoping that, oh, there might be enough space to fit a minifigure inside. But there isn't really. Sure, you can just kind of put them in there. But yeah, it doesn't look too good with a minifigure inside it. And there's no suggestion of any controls or steering or anything, which actually kind of brings me on to my next point, is I know this is only a £21 small LEGO Technic set, but I think if there was just some steering, even if it was just for the front wheels, that would have added a lot more playability to the whole thing. Like, obviously, yes, it has got the pullback motor, which is a lot of fun, actually. I was just pushing it back and then, you know, letting it go further, and the further back you push it, obviously, the further it will go forward. Yeah, that is a lot of fun, and this is a great type of vehicle to have that feature. And as I've said, this is the second LEGO Technic set I've ever built, but I didn't find it challenging. I thought it would. It is only 7+, but to me that's a big step, because I'm used to building, like, you know, LEGO City sets, which are probably the most basic LEGO sets out there. But everything gets locked in, and you know, you don't want to make a mistake, because I wouldn't know where to start taking this thing apart, because it's solid. You push things in and you leave something, and then you lock it in when you get to a later step. So it's a very solid build. It's not going to fall apart, even if you do, you know, pull it back and let it smash into something, I'm not worried about it falling apart. Everything, yeah, you know, it is solid. And there's a lot packed in here. Obviously, most of the weight is on the back for the pullback motor itself. But I suppose looking through it on the side, that's where it kind of loses a bit of the realism, obviously, because there's big open gaps through here that aren't filled in. And given the parts of Technic and how they do things, I think they did pretty well to match up to the real thing. And at the back of the instruction booklet is a picture of the Lego car versus the real thing. It's too bad they're not facing the same direction, because that would have been easier to look at the visual differences and comparisons. But you can kind of get an idea for how they're shaping. I mean, the blue stripe here, I think, is an excellent. The way they did it is really good. I don't know how better they could have done it in this scale using the parts. It is too bad that it's a bit open down there, of course, but otherwise, yeah, pretty good. Wheels aren't accurate. That would be the next big thing I would talk about, the most obvious thing, especially if you're into these sorts of cars and these models. You know, the wheels are just wrong. Especially looking at this one here, yeah, you know, you can see the difference. The Lego one's a bit more blocky at the back, the real thing, a bit more smooth. But again, at this scale with Technic, it's going to be hard. I think the wheels are a decent size. It's just the tires are probably, you know, the wrong type. So I'm sure people in the comments will correct me and say, "Oh no, these are these special tires." And yeah, maybe you can use your imagination. I mean, you know, if you want to play with it, it's going to roll about just fine. Even looking at it, it doesn't look too bad. You know, at least they're closer in size than some other Lego F1 style cars have been, with the, you know, small wheels and the wrong tires and things. Lego kind of really going all out, and they have introduced some new tires for these F1 cars, so it'll be good to see, hopefully in a couple of years time, that they get it spot on. And maybe my only other nitpick would be the colours of all the different Technic pins sticking out with the blues and the reds and things. But Lego do this so it's easier to find the parts when you're building, because that's one thing I did. I organised my parts as I was going along, so I could quickly find which pin or which axle I need. And if they're all the same colour, it might make it a little bit more difficult. Again, this is only a 7+ set, so it needs to be easy enough for the younger age to find the parts and put it all together. But if you're building a Technic set, I suppose you're kind of used to these different colours, and they're not too bad. I don't mind some of them. I just feel like maybe the ones on here could have been covered up with like a 1x6 tile or something. I know it would add a bit more height and blockiness to the whole look here, but I'd rather have those covered up, because I think this is where it looks the most unfinished to me, because top down everything else is smooth, and then you got this, it looks like, oh, am I missing a part? No, that's how it is meant to be. And I think there are only actually 2 normal Lego system pieces. You've got 2 1x4 tiles, one here and one on the other side. Otherwise, everything is Lego Technic. There's no bricks or anything included in this. So it's all relying on different shaped Technic elements to put it together. And I felt like I actually achieved something after building this. Like, it felt like a proper model making kit. Didn't really feel like Lego to me, because it's not often I do Technic. But yeah, now that I put it together, I'm happy with it. I feel proud that I did it. And I do feel like I've got a nice looking display model. Another interesting thing, of course, is Lego have done the same car, but in kind of, well, really big Technic scale, the UCS version, I suppose. And you can kind of see some similarities and differences. Obviously, the bigger you go, the more accurate it's going to be, especially if you look back at the other picture here. You know, you can kind of get a better idea of what's going on. And here, this car's got the different tyres, so it would be nice if they had those in a smaller scale. These 2 cars are clearly, at least to me, not designed for the same person. Like, why would you buy the big one and the small one? I think this is for the hardcore experience builder who also is a big fan of the Mercedes-AMG team in F1. You know, that's for them. Someone who's a bit more casual, maybe new to it, or maybe they're an F1 fan but not a Lego fan, they might get the smaller model just to kind of get into it. And I think, you know, they'd still be happy with that. And the last thing I would say is that the car is bigger than I expected. I mean, looking at the box, yeah, you know, it's not going to... You think usually it's going to be roughly the same size or something, but it's bigger. Or you might think, oh, it's going to be smaller than that. So it's larger than, obviously, minifigure stuff, but I think it's still pretty nice. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video with another Lego review. Bye for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel or on one of my other channels as well. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with your friends.